Hi everyone, it's Olga. Today I'm going to share a recipe for a fruit salad that stays fresh for days. Plus, I'm using all fruit that you can find all year long, even in the middle of winter when lots of varieties of fruit are not in season. A fruit salad sounds like a terrific idea if you're having a party or some kind of a small get-together. Chop up some fruit, there's lots of different colors, different flavors, it looks pretty, it's gonna taste amazing. But most of the time, it actually winds up looking super watery. The fruit wilts very quickly and gets mushy. So you have to know which types of fruit work well for fruit salads. Here's my beautiful collection of fruit. So we're gonna use some oranges, some mangoes, apples, bananas, and blueberries. Now, usually instead of the blueberries, I like using peaches. However, peaches are not in season right now. It's December when I'm filming this. So I'm using blueberries instead. They are gonna complement all of these other fruit really well, and they're gonna stay fresh really well too. Other berries don't do very well in fruit salads like raspberries, strawberries, blackberries, but blueberries are a great option for fruit salads. The lemon and the sugar I'm gonna use to make a syrup, and that's my secret ingredient that makes this salad stay fresh for days, and you'll see why. I'm gonna wash all this fruit, and I'm gonna peel the mangoes and the oranges and start chopping them first. To peel an orange, we're gonna cut off the bottom, and then the top, and then we're gonna go around the orange like this, and go all the way around. So if you want to, you can go in between the segments and cut them out, but for this fruit salad, I don't bother with that. I'm just gonna cut it up into cubes. Now these pieces that still have some of the orange on it, we're not gonna waste it, and we're actually gonna use this for the syrup. So I have this bowl set up with a fine mesh sieve. We're gonna squeeze all of the juice out of the oranges, even the sides, the little pieces. And if your oranges are really juicy, put them in the strainer too, because we don't wanna have extra juice floating in the salad. And you'll see what we're gonna do with this in a minute. The oranges and mangoes are peeled and chopped, and I have all the juice here from the oranges. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure it out, and I only need 1/3 of a cup. We don't need more than that. If you've got extra juice, drink it up. It's delicious, freshly squeezed orange juice. And if you don't have enough orange juice, sometimes oranges are not very juicy for whatever reason, you can just use bottled orange juice. That'll work too. I also need about a tablespoon of lemon juice. And that is what's gonna keep all of our fruit nice and fresh, the apples from turning brown, and I'm not really measuring it. It's fine if it's a little bit more than a tablespoon. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar. We don't need a lot of sugar, just a tablespoon and a half. And what that's gonna do is create that syrup. So we're gonna cook the sugar, the lemon juice, the orange juice. I'm sure you've noticed before that a lot of fruit salads are super watery. They have so much liquid on the bottom of them. That's what naturally happens when you cut up fruit. They're very juicy and delicious, but they do have a lot of moisture in them. So when we drain all of the extra moisture out, we concentrate it, we're actually making it work to our advantage for this fruit salad. The lemon juice in there is gonna add a little bit of tartness to the salad, and it's going to help it all to stay really fresh and keep it from turning brown. Bring all the syrup ingredients to a rolling boil, mix it up to make sure the sugar dissolves, and then cook it on high heat for about 5 minutes. It should become much more concentrated and thicker and have a syrupy consistency. Look at how much thicker it is now that it's cooked than before when we were just pouring it into the saucepan. Set it aside to cool before you add it to the salad. After the syrup is already cooked and right before we're gonna add it to the fruit salad, we're gonna start chopping the apples. Don't do this too early because the apples will turn brown. Chop them up and then right away pour in the syrup. I like chopping the apples into much smaller pieces than the rest of the fruit because they're so much crunchier. It's nice to have small pieces of crunchy apples mixed in with the rest of the really juicy, softer fruit. I added those chopped up apples last and I didn't mix them up because I'm gonna pour the syrup right over the apples so they get the most syrup right away. That lemon that they really need to keep their color nice and fresh. And now we're gonna add the blueberries to the bowl and mix everything up. This looks so pretty, like sunshine with blueberries. All those pretty yellow colors. Don't worry, I didn't forget the bananas. All the fruit that's in the bowl right now will stay fresh for days. You can easily store it in your refrigerator for 3 to 5 days. Everything is gonna stay fresh, juicy, sweet. It's not going to spoil. When I'm making this type of fruit salad, I like to make a big bowl of it, and that way I have a really easy breakfast for our family, or we can pack it up for lunches. So the bananas I add right before I'm going to serve it. I'll take out a portion that we're going to eat and I'll add bananas only to that part, and then I'll put the rest back into the fridge. Bananas will get watery and mushy and then brown, even with the lemon syrup in there. So only add the bananas when you're going to eat the fruit salad. Everything else is gonna stay fresh. Try to use bananas that are firmer and not too soft or overripe. When bananas are too ripe, they're gonna fall apart too much when you mix them up in the salad. I make this fruit salad a lot when we have people over for brunch or overnight guests. It's perfect because I can chop it up, keep it in my refrigerator, and in the morning it's all ready to go. Everybody loves it. It's so juicy, sweet, a little bit of lemon, and like I said, I did all of the work ahead of time. This is also really great for practical family life too, because we end up eating so much more fruit when I take the time, I chop up all of the fruit ahead of time, and then it's easy to take it out and have a healthy snack or breakfast for my family. Go to Olga's Flavor Factory to get the printable recipe, and in there I have other suggestions of fruit that you can use that also store well, or fruits to avoid that will spoil quickly, so you can get all of those details there too. And now my boys have been waiting really patiently for me to get done filming so they could try the fruit salad. Come on over, guys. What do you like the most, Josh? Which fruit? Mangoes. See, I knew it.
I want the apples.
The apples. Yeah, they're nice and crunchy. Yummy.